Welcome to 5 Games, 5 Minutes from acornelectron.co.uk. Templeton is a little-known platform game from Byte. You play a sewer rat who must journey through 30 colourful screens. The screens are designed to present a number of challenges. There are enemies who glide up and down in fixed patterns, and there are starfish who only move towards you if you're vertically opposite them. Barring your way are turnstiles. To get past these, you must touch the appropriate pass, usually on a different screen, else you won't be able to proceed any further. The occasional mutant rubbish bin is also fatal to the touch. The trouble with Templeton is that the game is painfully slow, and there's a real lack of action. On one screen, for example, you have to wait over 4 minutes for 3 nasties to hit a magic formation whereby you can safely pass. And get any move just 1 pixel wrong and it's curtains for you. Next. Popular pub game darts first came to the Electron in Blue Ribbon's budget game. The game offers you the option to play 501, round the board and cricket. No matter what you choose, you've got time to do your shopping whilst it draws the dartboard. 501 is probably the most familiar of these games, and it involves 2 players attempting to decrease their score of 501 down to 0, and end on a double. You can start the score lower or higher if you wish. In round the board you hit each number in sequence, and in cricket, one player tries to get a high score whilst the other aims to hit the inner and outer ball 10 times. Dart control is finicky. To simulate the inexact science of aiming, the dart shudders around and won't keep still. This makes throwing it a question of luck rather than skill. Even with the 3 darts variants, there's little to get excited about here. Do you remember a more innocent age when computers weren't the suppliers of pornography? On the Acorn Electron, there wasn't the imagination, the interest, or the tools to make a lot more than games of Space Invaders. Although one did manage it with a phallus-shaped sprite. Then, the Horny elk started producing demos and games using modern tools and taking images from the internet. Here I'm going to quickly look at 6 of their demos, but without actually showing you any of the details. In order of release, they're known as Electro, Ayana, Ariel, Kaori, Hotblocks and Mikura. All have pictures from Japanese artists, aka hentai images, and all are subtly different. Now I would imagine that the market that combines hentai, demos and Acorn Electrons is absolutely minuscule, but I suppose it takes all sorts. As I said, the first 3 demos don't do a lot at all. If, however, you fancy seeing porn used to demonstrate mathematical probability, as sliding block puzzles, or as an illustrated text adventure, then I don't think any other 8-bit computer boasts anything quite like these demos. When games really didn't have to do very much to fly off the shelves, we had titles like Overdrive. The Electron's longest, most straight, and quite likely most dangerous road, and the world's most obedient car take centre stage here. You're charged with clearing 5 colourful stages by zooming along them for long enough that the bonus bar at the top of the screen climbs to maximum. Note that even if it gets there, you'll still have to cruise until the timer runs out. Otherwise, the game is all about timing and dexterity. Your aim is to move fast, but not too fast, and to leave yourself enough reaction time to swing left and right to avoid the other cars. If you fail and crash into the back of one of them, you'll more than likely get to experience more crashes, as other cars plough into the back of you. Each crash resets your speed to 0. The different style of each stage does add a bit of variety to a game which is the same thing over and over again. Remember to take regular breaks, or you may drift off. Now clearly I'm missing something with Orbital. The concept isn't difficult. Move around a 3D landscape and collect marbles. But the execution places demands upon the brain that almost turn it inside out with triplethink. Each of the 12 worlds is layered and littered with transporter pads. A circular symbol indicates a destination, and a square indicates that if you step on it, you'll be moved elsewhere. You can't tell what squares will take you where until you actually roll on them. If you then appear on top of one of the roaming octopodes, well then that's just tough. On top of this, the game moves far too quickly for you to really think through your moves. The timer is vicious beyond belief, giving you only enough time to complete each world without putting a foot wrong. The octopods too are maddeningly hard to avoid, and the collision detection far too severe. Consider yourself a pro if you make it past level 3.